welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do another Marvel Universe Chats with Matt. I don't even know what episode we're on.
Doesn't matter.
But we waited long enough to do this. We were supposed to do this earlier because we had finished Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then the last time we did it, we had just finished WandaVision. I think we were partway through Falcon and Winter Soldier, so we can do, let's catch up with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Great show.
I love that show, and I hope we get a season 2 or something out of it. I love the introduction of, this is gonna have spoilers all over the place. I'm sorry guys, can't just
go for it.
Watch the
just
show.
Go for it. Just go for it.
We're not new. just if you haven't seen like 20 million commentaries on Falcon and Winter Soldier or WandaVision or any of the other things that are coming that we are going to talk about, yeah,
don't know what to tell you. You're the last person who hasn't seen it, so.
And you can binge watch Falcon and Winter Soldier because it's all out now.
That is a thing. How did you feel about waiting each week to get a new episode?
It's an interesting tactic,
the way that television has been done since time immemorial.
No. I find it an interesting tactic because now that we've been brainwashed by Netflix or
any streaming
service to binge watch a show and expect that, and we can like go like a full day. You can waste a full day on your couch.
It's not a waste. It is a
you know what I mean.
Day.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
like you're sitting on you're spending for Falcon and Winter Soldier it's 6 hours, and then it was like
6 episodes.
Yeah.
It wasn't an hour an episode, was it?
I don't remember. It was like 45 minutes or so.
Okay.
But you know, it's like 6 hours of your day watching that. So yeah, it's 6 episodes that you're gonna be sitting, not being with people, unless you end up streaming on Discord or Twitch or something. Like, hey, let's have a party.
These are fun to watch with people. This was great.
I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier, the introduction of the Power Broker, the Flag Smashers. We definitely need to see more of that. They showed a different side to the world post snap. What are your thoughts on it?
Post secondary snap, post return.
Yeah,
after the blip is what they call it, I guess. Post blip. But
and you definitely like get to see more of Sam's life outside of work and Bucky finally dealing with life.
I feel like there's 2 conversations that we could have about this. One which is about the character comic book stuff that was present in the show, and then the other part is like the allegory, like what the topics and themes that the show touched on. So in a simple sense of the comics and characters, as a longtime Marvel fan, the fact that they were like, where are we going? Madripoor. I was just like, no way, because Madripoor is if you're familiar with the Pirates of the Caribbean series, it's the Tortuga of the Marvel Universe. It's like, we need a bunch of illegal stuff and to hire a bunch of people that are willing to do morally questionable things. Madripoor. We need to buy a lot of horrible stuff and no one needs to ask us any questions about it. Madripoor. Like, it is just the lawless kind of amorphous city-state nation place somewhere in the South Pacific. And awesome. I loved it. The whole twist of the Power Broker, beautiful. I thought that the take on Flag Smasher was great, because I believe Flag Smasher was originally just a dude, and that would have been weird. So this take on it was... Okay,
I might have to splice these clips together, but hopefully they'll work okay. Otherwise, we'll figure it out.
I was on a tirade about how much I love Madripoor. Period. Moving on. U.S. Agent.
Yes.
What a great, he played that character so well. No, you don't like the character, but man, did he do that well, and I really want to see more from him. Anyway, okay. So I'll leave it at that.
Oh, but wouldn't you want to see a season 2, or you just want to jump to Captain America 4?
I think they could be the same thing if they wanted to be. I don't. If they do continue to go with series, great. If they want to go for a movie, fantastic. Doesn't matter. I'm on board. I loved all these characters. Oh, and then the themes that we were talking about. Just the idea of like being introduced to Isaiah, the black man that was given basically experimental super soldier serum. Just, man, that was just beautiful. The idea of not being able to get a bank loan and it being thinly veiled. It's because you were gone in the blip, so don't have a 5-year work history, that kind of thing. Like, there was so much to say, and I mean, it got really close to being heavy-handed in that final speech when Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, talks about being a black man wearing the Stars and Stripes as Captain America and blah 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 blah. But it didn't go over the top, and it was really well done and well delivered. I just enjoyed it all the way around.
Those are fun. We also I mostly watched the extras between WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, both of which are very intriguing and fun to watch. Falcon and Winter Soldier a little more so. You get a few like outtakes from Daniel Bro? Is that how you say his name? Zemo doing his zoot suit.
Zemo is so great.
Zoot suit.
He's out of line, but he's
Zootoria.
right.
And then of course, like you have that Marvel clip on their YouTube channel of
1
Zemo
hour of
dancing.
him dancing.
Yes.
So good. So he's out of line, but he's right.
It's fun. So the next show that's coming up on Disney Plus, which we're getting very close to, is Loki. There have been several trailers with Tom Hiddleston showing him, Tom Hiddleston talking about his time as Loki, everything that's happening, and we're here for it.
I'm a big fan of Loki, both in the comics and in the movies.
I'm also intrigued that they moved up the date from the 11th to the 9th.
Well, yeah, it is kind of nice to have the Friday be the new day, but at the same time, there's so much I think that's coming out on Disney Plus on Fridays. Like, we had trouble loading episodes when it was The Mandalorian. We had trouble loading episodes when it was Mighty Ducks on the same day as Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like,
and the thing is, we end up watching it on Friday, Hawaii time.
Late enough so that it's pretty much Saturday.
That you've seen it already, and they've already put in the titles and everything like that. Because if you watch it on Thursday, somebody pointed this out, that if you watch episodes on Thursday, it feels like Disney's just loading it in, and it takes a while to load the titles in.
Right.
So you don't see the title of the episode until if you watch it later.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, so hopefully Disney is getting their ish together.
And I actually don't mind this because it's the comic book show that's being moved to the Wednesdays, and Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. And I dig that. That's nicely thematic.
Is that the one?
What? Loki? Yeah, that's going to be on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wednesday the 9th. That's why he had that whole thing where he came out and he goes, Wednesday is the new Friday. And yes, Tom Hiddleston's one of those guys where it's just like, be as evil as you want. You're really charismatic on screen. You seem really cool. So I dig it. And the fact that you've got Owen Wilson as like a bureaucrat, that just looks awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so also since then, they have done the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings trailer. I'm intrigued by that.
Yes. I want to see more of that. Shang-Chi's always one of those characters where I was like, he seems really cool whenever they use him, but they don't use him enough. So I think there's like a lot of room to do just about anything you want with him, because the interesting thing about him is that, as far as I know, I might be totally off on this, but as far as I know, he has no superpowers, quote unquote. He is simply the best martial artist in the world. Like, he is insanely well trained and just if anything, he's just naturally gifted at all of these different styles. So he's Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu.
I'm very intrigued by that. And then also
The fact that 10 rings hints to the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, but Mandarin in that one was fake, right? They had that set up as the, Ben Kingsley's character, but the Mandarin in the comic books was a guy who had 10 rings, and all the rings were magical, and they weren't quite as powerful as like the Infinity Stones, but they were very, very powerful. So I think they're bringing him out. I think they've said it more or less, that they're turning the Mandarin into, oh, that was a thing that was used as just a smoke screen. There's an actual guy, Mandarin.
So we're all excited about that. We also watched the Phase 4 trailer, and that whole talk with Kevin Feige, which has been out for a while, but we finally got to sit down and watch it, and watch the Phase 4 trailer. Beautiful edition. So
we get to look forward to more with She-Hulk and
yes.
Moon Knight and Oscar Isaac's doing the Moon Knight. The Moon Knight.
Well, I mean, with the She-Hulk thing, they're bringing back the Abomination, which is exciting.
Rad.
And we have Ms. Marvel.
Yep.
In the Marvels.
Yep.
The Eternals trailer is out.
Which,
I'm excited about that. They have a major cast going on.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because it feels very Guardians of the Galaxy. It's one of those things where everybody who knows of the characters is like, yeah, I know the characters, but there's not a huge amount about it. They did put out a comic book series recently. I believe it's still going on. But, I mean, obviously, whatever's in the book is different than what's going to be in the movie. But there's a lot of things where I saw it and I just was like, Marvel movie hype! Ah! And I went nuts for it. If you go back and rewatch it a couple times, you do start to see stuff where it's like, we have never interfered until now. And you're like, a lot of stuff has happened. Maybe you should have interfered. What all of that means. Did they start the various cultures on planet Earth? Who knows?
We also have the Hawkeye series coming. Is it a series?
Yep.
It's a series coming back. Jeremy Renner has, I think they've dropped a couple hints at it on YouTube, behind the scenes things, talking about him and the girl who's playing
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop, who that is. That looks very intriguing. We have the What If cartoon series coming out soonish.
And speaking of cartoon series, what we really need to watch, and what I plan on watching next, is MODOK. The one on Hulu. It's actually the #1 streaming thing as of this weekend. We're filming this on Memorial Day, so it's, yeah. Patton Oswalt as MODOK. Yeah, how can you get better? That sounds so great.
And he talks about Moonlight. There's also
Moon Knight.
Secret Invasion.
Yep.
And Ironheart.
Yep.
What was Ironheart?
All of these things could be, like, I don't know the full scope of everything that's going on, but Ironheart is essentially the girl genius that kind of steps up to take Tony Stark's place.
Ironheart, Armor Wars. We have the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming.
And the Christmas special.
And the holiday special, as well as the Groot shorts, which are going to be exciting.
Groot shorts.
Yes, I'm excited to see more Groot. Thor 3 is already in the works. Thor 3 Love and Thunder.
Thor 4.
Thor 4. Love and Thunder. I'm excited. Blade is coming. Ant-Man 3 and Evangeline Lilly teased that Yellow Jacket is coming back, which I don't know how much is
true.
true.
I guess when his bones shattered and he got pulled into the black hole of himself,
it's called
really just went
Quantum Mania. I don't know what's happening. She said that. Remember,
he'll pop out of the quantum realm, or time travel will come back into it.
She posted a picture with the script, and she tagged the person who played
Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, Yellow Jacket. So we don't know what that means, and she had to take the picture down. So we're assuming Yellow Jacket's coming back or something's happening. Then we have
Black Widow finally coming out.
yes, and
Soon.
Black Panther 2, which we're excited about, and Fantastic Four.
I can't wait to see what they do with Fantastic Four. To finally give that a proper Marvel Cinematic Universe treatment, I think is going to be fantastic.
Oh, and then Matt finally sat down to watch Inhumans. Hawaii's beautiful in it, but oh my god.
Yeah. The visuals of it were great. Most of the actors were good. And I understood and was fine with the overall story arc plot, but the execution of it felt like a rough draft.
It felt really bad. And then if you're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and that came out kind of around the same time, and their whole explanation of Terrigenesis, if you're a human, you die in their explanation of it, and then it shows up in Inhumans, and
where somehow Maximus becomes a human and he wants to do it, and it's like,
what?
So are you just gonna die? I mean, I know he was looking for a way to jumpstart his own DNA so that he could go through Terrigenesis again, but it's also like, there's plot holes in it, and like they would do things where it was like I think it was episode 1, where Black Bolt accidentally, where they tase him and he accidentally goes, "Buh," and because he goes, "Buh," with his voice like annihilates a cop car and sends it spinning down, I think that was Queen Street or Merchant Street, whatever, just right down the road from us, literally. And so it shows that happening as, you know, as it would be in the show. Great, wonderful. And then the next episode, they're like, look at this, and it's like the cops or something going like, look at this is what happened, and they hold up like an iPad and it shows the scene again, not like from security cameras. It shows the full nicely edited scene that was put in the show. Like, how did did someone in the AV department of the police like Honolulu Police Department just be like, that's them now. Let's close the window next time. It's already insanely hot in here without a fan, so we might as well just close the window next time.
And it took us a while to film this because I wanted to film this on Matt's camera, but he doesn't know where he put his charger.
My bad.
So we're filming this on mine. Sorry if the audio's okay, but I was trying to step up quality for you guys, but
it'll happen by the next one, I promise.
Hopefully.
So yes, Inhumans sadly passed. A friend of mine chimed in and just was like, hey, I'm pretty sure that it was rushed just so that TV could keep the IP. And hey, maybe. But I get the feeling like the entire Eternals movie wouldn't exist and it would be instead an Inhumans movie. I'm pretty sure that was what was supposed to happen.
There are scenes from Inhumans that I think they talked about were supposed to be on the big screen, but then when they shrank it down, I don't know. It looks beautiful in it.
I really like those characters, but oh, that was just painful. It was sad.
Yes. So yeah, I think that's all we have to talk about for now.
Did we talk about that we went back and watched the Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan? And
we did not. We did watch that again.
Which honestly, on the big list,
with Michael B. Jordan and Miles Teller, and
on the big list,
not the very original one with Chris Evans.
No, that wasn't even the original one. The original one was like from the 80s or something.
Yeah,
it was from Roger Corman, and like Mr. Fantastic was basically a sleeve at the end of like a
No, but we're talking about the original for our time.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, that movie on the big list of bad movies, it wasn't that high. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. It didn't feel Fantastic Four. Honestly, it felt like watching a DC movie version of Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Like, there was just no heart, and it didn't capture the look. But it was one of those things where it's like, the actors were good. Clearly, Michael B. Jordan went and like, holy crap, he's very good. Miles Teller, all those, good, really good. But something was just missing. Like, it didn't have the heart. Anyway,
Yes.
we're getting a real version soon.
Yes. So we'll be back sooner than you think, because we'll probably be back with a catch up after either Loki or watching Black Widow.
We should do it after Loki and watching MODOK.
Well, whenever we're back, which is fairly soonish, either at the end of June or in July, so you will see us soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Marvel Universe Chats with Matt. Let us know your thoughts. Keep up with Matt on social media. Keep up with me on social media to know when another one of these talks is posted. And if you have want us to talk about anything in particular, or want us to watch anything, leave us notes.
Do you have a friend who's a complete dork and a nerd, and you're like, I don't know what he's saying, or I don't know what she's saying, and you have questions? Ask them. I'll try to answer.
Yes. And
It's a
we'll
nerd
see
Q&A.
you. Guys, we can do a Q&A if you guys leave questions.
Oh yeah, do a Q&A about anything.
Yes. Well, if you have,
She agreed to nervously. Yes.
Well, we can do a Q&A if you have questions specifically on Marvel, then or comic books in DC or anything like that, and want us to talk about, leave them down below, and we'll put together a Q&A to do that. And we'll see you guys in another video. Bye!